Image copyright Getty Images. Image caption Chennai Harbour. The storm struck off India's southern coast on the 29th of November. Nearly 100 Indian fishermen are still missing a week after a powerful storm struck the country's southern coast. Ashraf Padana has visited Punthura, a fishing village in the state of Kerala that is thought to have lost 57 men at sea. Every time 7-year-old Nimi hears from the sea, she runs to the shore. She expects to see her father's boat. Kumar Edward, 38, would go fishing every night and return the next morning with the day's catch. He was last seen on the afternoon of the 29th of November when he went fishing with 2 other men, who are also missing. Mr. Edward's wife, Selin, and their 4 daughters, aged 7 to 1, have been waiting for him to return ever since. Although Cyclone Ockhi affected several states on India's coast, Kerala was the worst hit. The death toll in the state has gone up to 40, but officials admit it could rise. India's Navy, Air Force and Coast Guard have rescued 252 fishermen so far, but, according to official estimates, some 90 men are still missing. Image copyright Ashraf Padana. Image caption Mrs. Edward and her daughters have been awaiting her husband's return in a tent on the shore. Mr. Edward's daughters haven't gone to school for the past week and his wife is worried about her husband's paralyzed father and aging mother. Locals say Mrs. Edward refuses to allow his photograph to be put up alongside those of other missing fishermen. He has to look after these girls, she told the BBC. He's the sole earner in the family. He should come back. She and her daughters have camped out on the shore under a tent that has been put up by a local church. The families of the 57 missing fishermen have gathered under the same tent, all of them waiting for someone to return. Their stories are depressingly similar. Panayadima Moses went out to sea on the 30th of November with 10 other men. The boat capsized and 2 men managed to reach the shore safely. But the others, including Mr. Moses, are still missing. His wife, Shalini, and her 2 children are hoping for good news. Susie Vincent is waiting for her 15-year-old grandson, Fanish, the youngest of those missing. He supported his 5-member family, including 3 younger siblings and a father who is seriously ill. Roslyn Francis is wondering if she can afford to send her children to school without help from her husband, who has been missing since the 29th of November. Pushparani is worried that she and her 4 children will be left homeless if her husband, the family's only earning member, doesn't return. Image copyright Ashraf Padana. Image caption Some of the 57 fishermen still missing from the village of Punthuru. Johnny Chenappan, the church secretary, said 61 of the 91 fishermen who went out in smaller boats have returned. 29 are missing and only 4 bodies have been found. Another 28 who had gone deep-sea fishing in bigger, mechanized vessels are also yet to return. But, according to Mr. Chenappan, they have a better chance of survival because they have enough food and water stocked. They could have even reached shores of nearby countries, he said. The men on smaller boats usually don't take a lot of food or water with them because they return early the next morning. But efforts to rescue them continue. The survival chances of small boats are low, but larger vessels could have rescued some of the men, and they might have joined their crew, said E. Chandrasekaran, Kerala's Minister for Disaster Management. Image copyright Vivek Aranair. Image caption Susie Vincent's 15-year-old grandson, Fanish, is the youngest among those missing. More than 4,000 fishermen from the states of Tamil Nadu and Kerala sought refuge in harbors further up the coast when they realized they were facing a deadly storm. They told the Indian Express newspaper that they were not expecting the cyclone, which brought back terrifying memories of the tsunami in 2004 that devastated coasts along the Indian Ocean. Grieving families back in Kerala also allege the authorities did not issue early warnings or convey the extent of the danger. Even after the storm hit, they say, the response was slow. After waiting for days, some fishermen defied warnings and went out to search for their friends and relatives. If they had informed us early, we could have saved many lives, Mr. Chenappan said. People are losing hope as time passes. The Kerala government has said it was informed by the meteorological department very late about the severity of the cyclone. The government has said it will compensate fishermen who have lost equipment, including boats and nets. They have also announced education scholarships and job training programs for those whose fathers have died or are still missing. Ashraf Padana is a Kerala-based journalist.